Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2017. Now today is Thursday, Brazil International Tournament is starting tomorrow, but as is now the new schedule, Thursday is expanded format and Toronto Regionals is coming up. Not this weekend, it's until May 13th I believe. So yeah, this is more relevant towards that date, right? So we are going to analyze a deck that got 4th place in the most recent expanded regional, which was Portland. This deck was played by Sam Hugh, and you can find the importable list down below as always. Sam, top 4 player from Worlds. He got top 4 at this regionals as well. He has something crazy like over 800 championship points. He was in Australia, he was in Europe, he'll be in Brazil I'm sure, so he's definitely a player to watch out for. So we have Turbo Dark. Yveltal runs rampant. In expanded, dark decks in general run rampant in expanded, but now with the new set, Tapu Koko might shake things up for the expanded format. Unfortunately though, Guardians Rising will not be legal by then, so the format for Portland Regionals should be the exact same for, like the metagame, I mean, will be the exact same for Toronto, Canada. So we have Turbo Dark, the 2 Darkrai-EXs. This is the old Darkrai with Dark Cloak, gives any Pokemon free retreat as long as it has Darkness Energy attached, and Night Spear deals 90 damage plus 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The same attack as Umbreon, different energy cost, but this is a basic Pokemon and the ability really complements the whole deck. We also have this other Darkrai, which is a newer version with Dark Pulse, 20 damage plus 20 more for every darkness energy in play. So they both complement each other really well, giving yourself retreat. The other Darkrai does damage to the bench. And we also have one Yveltal-EX in order to have another attacker. Unfortunately we can't play 5 Darkrai-EX, so Yveltal-EX is a really solid attacker, punishes any opponent that tries to build a single threat to knock out certain things, and Y-Cyclone allows you to conserve energy as well. We have the baby Yveltal to return energy from the discard pile, and we have 2 Shaymin, 1 Jirachi and 1 Hoopa, so even more consistency in the expanded format. And we are getting Tapu Lele for standard, and Tapu Lele will surely replace Jirachi in absolutely every single deck. Has more HP, has a better attack, and has the same ability, so there's no reason to play Jirachi-EX anymore. But yeah, Tapu Lele definitely a great card, but for now we have to use Jirachi-EX. But it is an extra card aside from the 2 Shaymin to get what you need, which is pretty cool. And it also allows you to play like this one-off supporter cards. We have 1 AC, 1 Delinquent, 1 Ghetsis, 1 Hex Maniac and 1 Lysandre. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have 1 Battle Compressor in order to get Darkness Energy cards in our discard pile, or the single supporter cards, so we can reuse them with Versus Seeker later on in the game. And we have not only 4 Max Elixir to accelerate our energy, but we also have 4 Dark Patch. Dark Patch replaces experience share in this deck. Dark Patch is so much better. It gets back energy early on, allows you to put even more energy into play in the first turns of the game, allows you to put energy back in the later stages of the game. So Dark Patch overall a great card. We have 3 Juniper and 2 N as our only draw cards really. No Colress is really surprising here, because your bench will always be full, and like the expanded Mega Ray is popular. A lot of high bench decks, and Colress is really good, but Sam didn't play Colress. He tried to play a more disruptive style with Silent Lab and Parallel City, with Hex Maniac, with Ghetsis and Delinquent, and clearly it worked out for him all the way until the semi-final. Nothing else really to comment on for Berserker Full Trouble consistency to Trainer's Mail. 1 Starling Megaphone to remove annoying tool cards, 1 Escape Rope for utility, and the spec of choice is Dowsing Machine, allows you to get back any trainer card you want. And finally 2 Fighting Fury Belt to increase our Darkrai's or Yveltal's HP with 12 basic fire energy. So that's the deck list, let's jump into the expanded ladder this time around and find a couple of matches to showcase that deck. Now I'm really hoping next season I can travel to more regionals. Money is very tight, yes, because of this new situation. I no longer have a stable or a regular job. I shouldn't say not a stable, but a regular job. So I don't know, that will probably impact my ability to travel, but we'll see what happens. But if I do want to, like, the goal is to travel more. I don't know if I'll be able to, but the goal is definitely to travel more. So if I can do that, if I can travel more, I will for sure well, not for sure, but I will very likely be attending expanded regionals this next season. I've never played in an expanded tournament other than one League Cup in London, so that's why I avoided expanded this whole season. I could have flown to expanded regionals, but I chose not to. But next season, with hopefully more regionals as well, we'll see. We'll see where I get to travel, if I get to travel. I'm sure I will get to travel, but we'll see. So, wow, we're up against Solgaleo Dragons, which is a very interesting deck to see here. I will play Hoopa. I will search. Wow. Both of the ability Darkrais are prized? Are you kidding me? Wow. That's pretty bad. Is there any supporter card we would like to have right here? We could turn one Delinquent, but that's not really what we want to do. We could turn one Ghetsis. I guess that's an arguably okay play. Although, like, I really need energy. That's what I really need. So I'm very tempted to just Sycamore here. 11 energy in the deck. No Max Elixirs prized. Okay, so I'll just search for these two cards. Not a fan of having both Darkrai-EXs prized. That's really bad. That might actually end up hurting us a lot. I will play the Parallel Low, limit my opponent's bench just in case, and I will Juniper here, not Sycamore, Juniper. I want to see energy, yep. I do see a Max Elixir, which is cool. And here's what I can do. I will Ultra away one energy, and the Silent Lab or the AC? I get the Silent Lab simply because if my opponent tries to Lysandre sell me, the AC is going to be really crucial because my other Darkrai is not available to me. So I will use the Dark Patch, I will play the energy onto the Darkrai, I will attach the energy to the active Darkrai, and I'm going to Shaymin before playing the Max Elixir, simply because I think it'll make it more likely that I hit an energy of the Max Elixir. I do hit an energy right now, so now I might whiff, but no, there's 4 energy in the next 6 cards. That's pretty interesting. Now, I'm gonna attach this energy to the Yveltal-EX, that way his only Lysandre targets are either Shaymin or Hoopa, and both of them I'm okay getting back with AC. There's a Rainbow. Now attaching it to the active means he's either going to retreat or he has a Floatstone perhaps. No, I have no idea why. Okay, Parallel City, I guess. Yeah, he's definitely gonna retreat here. He's definitely going to retreat to save the Cosmog. So Galio GX is really scary here though. Really, really scary. What I can do, however, is in case my opponent does have the... Okay, that's a great card. Okay, let me explain. In case my opponent does have the rare candy Solgaleo next turn, I can Hex Maniac and therefore he won't be able to promote the Solgaleo, which is really good, and that would probably, unless he has an AC in his hand, that would probably guarantee a knockout on the Giratina-EX. I think that's my best play. I mean, and we don't know what's in my opponent's hand. We do hit the Elixir once again, which is great. So we're going to be dealing a ton of damage here. There's an argument for digging deeper into the deck to maybe get a one-hit knockout. We are dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 130 damage right now. It's very unlikely that I would find the right combination of Dark Patches or Max Elixirs and need to hit them. So I'm gonna do the Hex Maniac play. And I'm gonna deal 130 damage to the Giratina. This seems pretty good, honestly, seems pretty good. That Giratina probably going to get stuck there. We might, as I said, we might see the Solgaleo, Rare Candy Solgaleo as well here. There's another rainbow, and any extra damage on Solgaleo is great. There's an Ultra Ball. There's the Ultra Ball. So, wow, 2 double dragons to the discard pile. So my opponent's hand really rough. Okay, no turn to Solgaleo. He does go after the Cosmoem for a turn 3 Solgaleo, but I am okay with that because I'm gonna be able to. Okay, there's a special charge, but I'm gonna be able to just smack that Solgaleo in the face. Like, seriously, it's gonna take a ton of damage. And my opponent only has 1 Darkrai as well. Yeah, I mean, Ghetsis, my opponent has 2 cards in hand. With Ghetsis, I could see what they are. Maybe take away. He hasn't played a supporter yet, so I doubt he has 2 item cards there. So I'm just gonna use the Shaymin to draw an extra 3 cards. Hopefully find another energy. That's what I'm really looking for here. I do get double Dark Patch. And Ultra Ball. I guess I'll grab the Ultra Ball. I don't think my opponent will play any good tools, so I'm gonna grab the other Shaymin. I'm not really scared. Yes, my bench will be full, but I'd really rather like keep attaching energy, and in case my opponent, he's not gonna be able to knock me out next turn, I do find an energy, which is great. I find a Verse Seeker as well to potentially even Lysandre something for the knockout. And we get our 2 prize cards, a Darkness and a Fighting Fury Belt. Okay, so still 2 Darkrai's priced. The Fighting Fury Belt is nice, although it won't help us withstand an attack from the Solgaleo. I'm sure he has a Solgaleo and perhaps a supporter card in his hand. At least a Solgaleo. No Solgaleo, but there was a Sycamore, and the other 2 cards were Parallel City and Ultra Ball. So he potentially top decked the Sycamore, potentially top decked the Ultra Ball. Either way, he's gonna Soul Burst GX here. I am completely fine with that, and we're in a really good position. We have 6 energy in play, plus the base damage, that's 150 damage. Well, 140 plus the 10 from Darkrai, that's 150 damage. And he's gonna load up on that Giratina, which we can knock out right here. That's 2 energy. So after we knock out this Giratina, sure, my opponent can. Yeah, and there's a triple double dragon energy. There's no way I don't Lysandre that guy. There's another energy on the Solgaleo. And the final energy on the Darkrai-EX. So after I knock out that Giratina. Okay, maybe I should start spreading my energy around. Nah, this is fine. No, yeah, I will. Well, I mean, Yveltal. No, I will start spreading them around just so that I don't lose 2 energy per attack. Or per 1-hit knockout. Like, my opponent will be able to take a knockout with Solgaleo, but that's it. And now let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 140. 160 plus the 10, 170. Giratina has 170 HP. So we're gonna clear out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 120 damage on the board for his Darkrai-EX. And we will be at 2 prize cards away from winning the match. Now my opponent has to end me here. He generally has to end me, and sure, he knockouts my Darkrai, but he'll be left without without any energy on the Solgaleo. He'll only have 2 energy in play with the Darkrai-EX. So it's really no big deal here. And he chooses to Sycamore, so that should be pretty much game. That should easily be game. I'm gonna be able to double Dark Patch onto this Darkrai-EX, which I finally got out of my prize cards. I'll be able to Sycamore, or Juniper rather, or even N, because my opponent's hand is just huge. So I'm gonna promote the Darkrai. I dealt 170 damage the previous turn, right? So if I want to win this upcoming turn, I need to either find a Lysandre or an escape rope. The escape rope is probably the only solution, because once I Juniper or N, I won't be able to play a Lysandre. I will Max Elixir here. I do hit, so I still have an attachment for the turn. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 energy now. Plus 20, that's 180, 190 damage. Still not enough. Now the question is here. I'm playing the Ultra Ball to thin out my deck just a little bit more. I will discard the Jirachi-EX, but what else should I discard? Should I end my opponent? Is that the best play here? Or do I just go for the Juniper and just not care about what my opponent might do? I'm gonna go for the Juniper. So I'll grab the Yveltal, I'll thin out my deck even more. There's 4 energy and an extra Max Elixir and the escape rope and a trainer's mail. So we're gonna be left with 9 cards in our deck. We're dealing, how much did we say? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 190 damage. 2 more energy would be 230. So we didn't get the Max Elixir, but we did get the Battle Compressor. So with the Battle Compressor, we can discard a Darkness, we can discard the Silent Lab, and we can discard the Ultra Ball. And now our deck is 6 cards. We are going to look at the next 4 cards. If the escape rope is in there, we win, because we knock out anything we want. There's the escape rope, so that's gonna be game. That is absolutely going to be game. We play the escape rope, we promote whatever we want, we then free retreat thanks to Darkrai-EX, and we take a knockout. Do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no we don't. We are 10 damage short. We are 10 damage short, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 210. Oh well. I'm still gonna attack, because now it doesn't matter where that Darkrai goes. I'll be able to use Night Spear and knock it out wherever it is. So even though we weren't able to get the win, we needed the escape rope and either the Max Elixir or the Ace Spec card. It's fine. I mean, there's nothing my opponent can do at this point. Absolutely nothing. His only possible play, okay, he's gonna try to Lysandre style me. I have the energy, I have a Verse Seeker for AC. He's not using N, so, and I'm not gonna deck myself out. So we are good here. We are actually good. Now there's the energy, we get to retreat, we get to use Night Spear, select Darkrai-EX, we say well played to my opponent. Oh, we didn't get to say it, I guess, and good game to Punshan 19. So wow, the deck definitely worked pretty nicely. Pretty nicely. And yeah, let's find another match to see if we can repeat this. Yep. Pretty happy with how that match went. Okay, so IRM is calling the coin flip. Good luck to IRM. Man, the deck ran really well, and we didn't even have the the Darkrai-EX for free retreat. I mean, it wasn't that impactful, if you will. Okay, so finally we win the coin flip. We definitely want to go first. There isn't any circumstance where you don't want to go first, in my opinion, in the current meta game. And we get a pretty okay hand. Okay, so we're not benching the Jirachi, of course. We're not benching the Jirachi, and we're up against a metal deck. Okay, so I'm gonna Ultra Ball away both Darkness Energy. Gonna find my Hoopa here, which is available, and we see no Pokemon are priced, which is good news. So what is priced? Let's try to figure that out. There's one Trainer's Mail priced, there's one Ultra Ball priced, there's one N, no, not one, wow, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's 2 energy priced, there's 1 Fighting Fury belt priced, and the Escape Rope is priced. Okay, so those are our 6 prizes. Nothing too impactful. The energy hurt our chances to the energy do hurt our chances to, how would you call it, to hit the elixirs. And now here's the question: do I bench the Jirachi and go for the Ghetsis play? Is that a good play here? I think it might be. Turn 1 Ghetsis can be hit or miss. It can definitely be very hit or miss, but I'm gonna go for it. Seems counterintuitive though to go for a turn 1 Ghetsis and a turn 2 end though. Seems quite counterintuitive, so I'm actually not gonna do that. I'm gonna or do I just end and save my Jirachi and my Stadium? Yeah, I'll just end here. So I'm taking the safer route. We do find a double elixir, though I'm not so sure I'm very happy about that. It's unlikely that we will hit, but I still should play them. Okay, so we hit one of them, which is awesome, and we will not hit the second one. Okay, that's fair, that's understandable, and we just pass here. Hopefully we don't get delinquented against us or whatever. But we still have our dark patches, so we're pretty good here. We see a metal energy on the Genesect. We see a Max Elixir as well, and we see a Shaymin. So we would have drawn at least 2 cards off of the Ghetsis, but we would have helped my opponent draw more cards with the Shaymin, so I'm glad we didn't go for the Ghetsis play. You see an Ultra Ball discarding a metal and a Bronzong. The Bronzong discard is interesting, and we see another Genesect, not another Bronzer. So he's counting on retreating and saving that Bronzer for sure. Okay, so that's exactly what my opponent does. Unfortunately, we don't have any. Okay, I'm gonna touch on energy there. I could bench the Yveltal. I think I want to save the bench space. Yveltal's not going to be too great here because Genesect can't just discard energy. And we helped my opponent out with the N. Not so happy about that, but there really wasn't anything I could have done there. And more energy in the discard pile I don't think would be a great idea. But I'm not gonna go aggro on the Genesect just yet. So I'm not gonna grab anything of the Ultra Ball. I just want to draw extra cards of the Shaymin. I do want to find my dark patches though. There's one, which is great. I'm gonna hold off on playing the Starling Megaphone for now. I will Dark Patch into this Darkrai, and I will Oblivion Wing for a mere or a very small 30 damage, and the energy will go to this Darkrai-EX. Okay. So there's another energy on the Genesect. There's Bronzer. There's a Fine Fury Belt, so really good that we held off on the Megaphone. Really good. And we see an end, so we're not gonna be able to get rid of the tool cards. That's okay. And we find another Darkness, another Dark Patch, and a Parallel City. And my opponent just decides to concede after whiffing the second Max Elixir. So, guys, let's check out my opponent's deck. I'm gonna leave the video here. You can see how strong the early game is for this deck. It's super consistent, and like it's just a really powerful deck. I'm gonna leave the video here just because today's Thursday, tomorrow is Brazil. I am pre-recording all the videos up until Wednesday the next week, so I need a lot of time. I'm sorry the video is a little bit shorter than normal, but I really need to get going on the next few videos if I don't want to let the channel miss a single day of videos. So I hope you guys will understand. Hope you guys will still leave a like. It really helps out the channel. I would really appreciate it. And that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys wish me good luck in Brazil, and I will see you tomorrow for some Pokédex action if I do manage to record that, or if not, I will see you guys next week. Thank you, and if you want to follow how I do in Brazil, check out my facebook.com/Tablemon, Twitter @Tablemon. Yeah, thank you guys, and bye bye.